Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Just bringing you guys another quick update here on my reef tank. So this update's pretty much going to be in regards to the corals that I just received last week from Live Aquaria. I just want to let you guys know how they're doing. I did have 3 of them bleach out on me. They haven't died, so that's great. I'm thinking it's because of the actual lighting that they were getting. So I did move those around here, and I'll show you guys here in just a bit. First one here is going to be the Cyphastria, which I have down here. That one's doing quite well. The polyps are actually a lot more extended than when I first received it. Notice very little growth. I mean, what can you really expect in regards to over a week time? So hopefully soon I'll be covering that school there. Next one up here is going to be actually 2 of them. These 2 I have up here. They're doing quite well. They haven't lost their color. They're still pretty much the same as when I got them. The one down here, the one in the middle section here, did lose a little bit of its color. It's not as bright green as it once was. But time will tell. Hopefully everything does well here in the next couple weeks. The one that did bleach out is this one here, right in the middle. That one did. Like I said, I'm guessing it's because of the light. Where I had it was on top of that rock there. That's where I had the 3 that actually were bleaching out. I had them right on the top, which was very close to the top, close to the light. So I'm guessing they were getting just a little too much light. So I moved this one down. It's about mid-tank now. It still hasn't got colored up yet. I mean, it's only been 2 days since I moved it, so hopefully it does a lot better. Next one is going to be that Millipora I got in the back. That one's actually doing better than all the other ones, from what I could see. I'm trying to get it zoomed in here. I'm sorry, guys. So let me get a little closer up to the tank here for you. There we go. So that Millipora there, it does have some side growth on it. You see it's starting to branch out just a little bit. There's some noticeable growth there, which is great. So hopefully that one keeps on growing. Another one here is going to be the frog skin acro. That one's doing quite well. It's not as vibrant green as it once was when I first got it, but it's not bleaching out on me, which is great. As you see right above it to the right is a little small frag that came off of that one. It accidentally broke on me when I was actually dipping the coral. So we'll see how fast those 2 grow. And the other 2 that actually bleached out on me are right there. Both of these there. Now they're both starting to color up a little bit more. They're starting to get small green little polyps now. It's noticeable, not so much noticeable on the actual camera here. I'm sorry, you guys, but I mean in person, they're there. So that's certainly a good sign. Now, other than that, I mean everything in the tank is actually doing quite well. I just fed the tank. The only things I feed is my LPS, which would be that Walsall Brain, the Duncan, and my A-cans. That's pretty much the only things that I feed here. I don't directly feed my acros or any SPS for that fact. So that's, oh yeah, and that see here, that green candy cane there. The candy cane is actually doing quite well, better than what I expected. I've never had too much success with candy cane corals. They just for some reason don't grow. They don't grow in my tank. But this one's doing quite well, so I'm pretty excited to see how big that one grows. Now the only 2 that haven't colored up as much as I wanted to when I first saw them at the LFS is this button coral. You can see the bottom of it, it's barely turning into somewhat green, but it's still not as green as when I saw it at the LFS. But it is coloring up, so that's a good sign. And then the Walsall Brain as well. That one's not as colorful as when I first saw it. I mean, it was doing quite well. I don't know if yesterday since I fed it. I don't know if it got a little upset or whatnot, but it's usually a lot more fluffier than it is right now. But just the color itself, it's not as vibrant green as it once was. I did move the torch coral, the green one. I moved it closer to the rockwork. That way it doesn't get as much flow, and it's loving it there. And then as you guys can see, that pink with green tip is also doing a lot better than what it was before. They were a little shriveled up before. One thing I did do is I don't know if that's a direct impact to the actual torches or not, is I did dial down on my lights, so maybe that had a factor. Maybe they weren't liking the lights too much, maybe that's helping out with why they're not so shriveled up at the moment. I am preparing to do a water change. I have my canister, little tub, not Tupperware, but tub there. Currently only has 10 gallons. Water changes are a little pain in the butt for me, just because I carry those two 5-gallon jugs over to the water store and get those filled up and then come back. I don't have an RODI system, so that's pretty much how I do my water changes. I will be doing that today. Just gotta go get those filled up here again. Alright guys, well that pretty much does it. I will bring you guys another update here in the next couple of days. I am waiting for a shipment from Bulk Reef Supply. I did order 2-part, so I will be starting to dose 2-part in my system. The reason I decided to go with 2-part now is just because of the new additions I have in my tank. I just want to make sure I have my calcium, alkalinity, magnesium levels, pH. I want to make sure all that is on point and it doesn't change. Have that as stable as I can, so that way I have the maximum growth there and I don't stress out my corals with any fluctuations. So I'm waiting for that. I should be getting it on Tuesday. So once I get it on Tuesday with all my test kits, I'll start testing and I'll show you guys how I do everything. I'll show you guys the process on how I'll be testing. I ordered Salifra kits. The kits that I ordered was magnesium, calcium, alkalinity, and pH. So I should be getting those with my order. Alright, so that pretty much does it here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and then I'll bring you guys a new update here once I get my 2-part and start doing that. Alright guys, see you guys soon. Take care.